Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to PlayFrame and Final Fantasy VII. Welcome to the great outdoors. Finally, took us a little while, but we have left the city limits of Midgar. It looks so tiny from here. But yes, now we move on to other areas. We will not spend as long in any area as we have in Midgar. Midgar is just a big, big part of Final Fantasy VII. From here, it'll be a lot more like other Final Fantasies where you like go to a town and you stop in. It's like, oh, okay, there's some stuff to do here, some story, this is neat, and then you move on. There's lots of worlds to see. By the way, here's a fun little touch. You can see how just dead the world is looking, just the land itself is looking surrounding Midgar. And as you walk further away, it's like, oh, it's a lot greener out here. This is kind of nice, which is a great touch. You can also get attacked, which somewhat interrupts the point that I was about to go about making, but that's fine. I did a little bit of fighting, by the way, while waiting for some tea to heat up, which is good because fighting these things, you can steal a weapon for Barret, which I did, and also, this is one of the places where we can learn our first enemy skill. They have a thing called, like, Matra Magic, which is really more like missiles. They shoot a bunch of missiles at you. But I've learned it now, which is good. It's a pretty good early game blue magic spell, basically. Also got a level or so for everybody. Just staying ahead of the curve. But yeah, it's nice and green out here, but notice it's also like brighter. That's a cool touch that I really like. The closer you run in to Midgar, it's sort of like the darker and dimmer the sky gets, the more overcast and just polluted and it's a really great touch, having the world just get kind of like more vibrant and lively and sunny the further you get away from that town. Anyway, we're out here now. Let's go to Calm. Here we are. We've reached Calm. Everyone's waiting at the inn. Let's go, Cloud. Well then, I'll go on ahead. I guess I will too. We can explore in a bit. How you doing? Mr. Cloud? Your party's waiting for you on the second floor. Ah. Let's go see them. There they are. Cloud, you're late. You guys were up here for 10 seconds. Cut me some slack. Yo, man, you're late. Sorry to keep you waiting. Guess everyone's here now. So, let's hear your story. You know, the one about Sephiroth and the crisis facing the planet. Let's hear it all. Yeah, story time. I used to want to be like Sephiroth, so I joined Soldier. After working with Sephiroth on several missions, we became friends. You call that a friend? Yeah, well, he's older than me, and he hardly ever talked about himself. So, I guess you'd call him a war buddy. We trusted each other. Until one day. One day? After the war, it was Soldier's duty to put down any resistance against the Shinra. That was 5 years ago. I was 16. Flashback. It sure is raining hard. Hey, how are you doing? I'm all right. I wouldn't know. I've never had motion sickness. Everything okay? Hey. Settle down. They gave me some new materia. I can't wait to use it. Just like a kid. You gonna brief us about this mission? This isn't a typical mission. Good. Why do you say that? I joined soldier so I could be like you. By the time I made first class, the war was already over. My big hopes of becoming a hero like you ended with the war. That's why I always sign up whenever there's a big mission. Kind of a way to prove myself. Say, how do you feel, Mr. Sephiroth? I thought you wanted a briefing. Our mission is to investigate an old Mako reactor. There have been reports of it malfunctioning and producing brutal creatures. First, we'll dispose of those creatures, then we'll locate the problem and neutralize it. Brutal creatures? Where? The Mako reactor at Nibelheim. Nibelheim? That's where I'm from. Hometown. Sir, something strange just crashed into our truck. That would be our monster. Dragon. Gracious. Just look at our HP bars. And Cloud's dead. I gotta say, this game, despite its age, like, this game's build-up of Sephiroth is so good. It is so good. The fact that he's barely mentioned, that your first impression is the chaos he suddenly wreaks out of nowhere in Shinra HQ, without you even seeing him. He's in and out. And wrecks shop in a place where you'd been having some difficulty and then gotten captured. Of just completely mysterious figure that everyone respects or fears, and now in seeing like glimpses of the past, you suddenly see like the gameplay difference between Cloud and Sephiroth and how much damage Sephiroth is doing, how powerful he is compared to little low-level 16 Cloud. Just the build-up is extremely good, and the like localization troubles aren't enough of a problem to dampen it. It's I'm still very impressed. Sephiroth's strength is unreal. He's far stronger in reality than any story you might have heard about him. So, where do you come in? Me? I was mesmerized by the way Sephiroth fought. And then we reached Nibelheim. How does it feel? It's your first time back in your hometown in a long time, right? So, how does it feel? I wouldn't know, because I don't have a hometown. How about your parents? My mother's Genova. She died right after she gave birth to me. My father... What does it matter? All right, let's go. Hello. Psst. You keep wandering around here and you'll get in trouble. It's so boring being on watch. You want to do what we always do, or just sit tight? It's your job, right? It is your job. I'll come and talk to you once in a while. Just stick with it. The Mako smells pretty bad here. Let's go see. Yo, wait a minute. Isn't that, the name of Sephiroth's mother? I remember Genova. That's that damn headless spook living in the Shinra building. That's right. Barrett, would you please let us hear what Cloud has to say? You can ask questions later.
Tifa, I was only...
Okay, Cloud, continue. It's a reunion of childhood pals. I was really surprised with Tifa. The town was quiet. Everyone must be staying in their houses, afraid to come out because of the monsters. No, maybe they're afraid of us. We leave for the reactor at dawn. Make sure you get to sleep early. All we need is one lookout, so you others get some rest. Oh, that's right. You may visit your family and friends. Don't mind if I do. Man, I'm so nervous. How come? Look, you never know when a monster's gonna show up, right? I guess that's true. And I kind of died to one just on the way here, so I should really be more nervous about everything than I am, I think. I heard Sephiroth was coming and got my camera ready. I want a shot of Sephiroth and a monster. Could take my picture. I don't take pictures with nobodies. Ouch. Harsh but fair. Welcome. Hello. Hey, aren't you... Have I come here before? I don't remember.
Now you're pissing me off. This don't matter, so get on with it.
I like that. I like also how clever, or just, like, fun they're being with the presentation of Cloud retelling the story, and occasionally getting interrupted and having other characters, like, shouting over it, or if you start wandering off too much, like having somebody say, like, hey, focus on what we're here to talk about. Stop wasting time. That's really cute. Ooh, our house. This is my house. It has nothing to do with that incident 5 years ago.
Yo, wait, I want to hear.
Me too. It's been a long time, right?
Tell us more. You saw your family, right?
All right. I don't know if you could call it a family. My father died when I was still very young. That's why my mom was living alone in this house. Yeah, I saw my mom. My mom, she was a vibrant woman. Hadn't changed at all. But a few days later, she died. But when I saw her, she looked fine. Yes? Cloud? Welcome home, Cloud. Hi, Mom. Come, let me take a look at you. You look so handsome. So, is this a soldier uniform? Mom, My, how you've grown. I'll bet the girls never leave you alone. Not really. I'm worried about you. There are a lot of temptations in the city. I'd feel a lot better if you just settled down and had a nice girlfriend. I'm all right. You should have an older girlfriend, one that'll take care of you. I think that would be the perfect type for you. I'm not interested. Are you eating right? I'm all right. The company takes care of me. Is that so? You can't cook, right? I was worried sick about how you were doing. Cloud? You know, Cloud. Isn't that right, Cloud? I'll always be your mother. Let's stop this. Yeah, I really love the you playing through the sequence, but there still being like narrator voice kind of governing what we're doing and how we're seeing things. It's a really cool narrative touch that is more than, like, it's not a sort of thing that Final Fantasy had really tried doing much of before. Certainly not to this extent. Cloud? Did you go into my house? Yeah, I guess we're already here. I thought you might be home. Nice place. Seems kind of empty, though. Hello? Anyone? Cloud? Did you go into my room? Yeah. Nice room. Nice piano, too. I wonder if she still plays. Did you play my piano? Yeah, I jammed on it a bit. Now, how did this go? I definitely don't remember. This might be, challenging. Yeah. We'll try some more of that later, I guess. The letter. Did you read it? My letter? I mean, we're already snooping. Yeah. You remember what it said? I remember clearly. It said... I read it. It was a letter addressed to Tifa from the son of the guy that runs the general store. Tifa, how are you? I just arrived in Midgar 8 days ago. Yesterday, all of Nibelheim got together to welcome me. The only person that we couldn't get a hold of was Cloud. But everyone said he wasn't really that close to us, so even if we asked, he probably wouldn't have come anyway. Well, enough about him. Midgar's really something. But to tell you the truth, I feel so behind on everything, so out of it. Even the rooms of people in the slums are clean. Right now, I'm living in the slums, but I plan to move to a really nice room, like the ones I've seen in magazines once I make some money. But to do that, I guess I have to find a job first. That's right, still haven't found a job yet. I lied to my parents and told them I found a great job with Shinra Inc. Wonder if it's too late to go back. Sometimes I think I should have taken over my parents' store. Cloud, do you remember all of it? No, I'm just curious. Because there was some stuff about me. I just made it here to Midgar, but all I think about is Nibelheim. Hey, Tifa, is that stupid old water tower still working? Is the old man at the inn doing well? Are my parents still at the shop every day? Have any monsters attacked? And most of all, how are you, Tifa? It feels like I haven't seen you for years. We were all talking about you last night. Everyone likes you. But because everyone idolizes you, I couldn't very well stab him in the back. I always acted cool, but actually I was just afraid of being jilted. Wow, if I keep writing like this is going to become a love letter. So I think I'll stop here. Take care. I'll write again. P.S. Write me back, okay? And did you? Tifa? Not that you have to or anything, but, you know. Received orthopedic underwear. Okay. Cloud? I'm just kidding, don't get mad. Cloud, we're talking about something really important here. You're right. I just figured as long as we were taking detours. Some of you are probably wondering, and reasonably so, what on earth does orthopedic underwear mean? Nothing. That's definitely a translator error? I'm gonna go ahead and say error. If you want to know more, again, I highly recommend watching that Tim Rogers series called Let's Mosey that I mentioned before. I've been kind of going back through some of that just in preparation, going through the wall market thing reminded me that, hey, maybe I better refresh on where some of the most notorious localization problems are, just so I'm more prepared, because I definitely wasn't prepared for what Wall Market threw at me. And, but yes, orthopedic underwear is definitely not what the original said. I think it was something closer to just like granny panties or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what joke even the original was going for. It's a weird joke. About being very invasive and snooping. Which I guess I'm going to stop doing now because there's nothing else to do. Anything else cool around here? Hello? What if I read your mail? No. Oh, you're here with the Shinra? Welcome. Oh, I'm sorry, it's you, Cloud. I didn't recognize you. Shinra? Shinra? Soldier? Salsa? Are you gonna kill the monsters? Are you going to? And that'll be all from the kids, I guess. Embarrassed. Do your best. Do your best. It's very Timmy and Tommy from Animal Crossing energy on these kids. Cloud, we should go. It's a nice hometown you got here, buddy. Hello. Are you from Shinra? That's right. Jeez, big-headed young kid. That's also fair. You got me. We do have a bit of a big head. This mansion. No, I'll come here later. Very well. I think I'm out of things to snoop around, so to the inn. Hello. Is Shinra here to get rid of the monsters? And who are you? I'm Zangan. I travel around the world teaching children martial arts. I have 128 students all over the world. In this town, a girl named Tifa is my student. Did you say Tifa? Tifa has good sense. She'll be a powerful fighter. She's real good at the punches. And you're very good at the jumps. Was that just to show off? Because if so, it's working. I'm impressed. By your standing vertical leap. The whole inn's booked up by Shinra for the night. Huh? Cloud? Is that you, Cloud? That must have been 2 years. Say, you really moved up in the world, being under Sephiroth's command. I sure have. What are you looking at? This scenery. I feel like I know this place. Huh. We have an early start tomorrow. You should get some sleep soon. Yeah, let's do. I've hired a guide to the Mako reactor. I've heard she's young. I hope we can rely on her. Did we sleep in a little late? Oh, Tifa's father, hey. If I knew this was going to happen, I would have made mountain climbing off limits. Think they'd let me take a picture? Maybe. Someone seems pretty all business here, though. Once the guide gets here, we're heading out. Listen to me, Sephiroth. In case something happens, trust me. I'll be all right, Dad. I have 2 men from Soldier with me. I'm Tifa. Nice to meet you. Tifa, you're the guide? That's right. I just happen to be the #1 guide in town. It's too dangerous. I can't involve you in something like this. Then there's no problem if you protect her. Let's go. Mr. Sephiroth, please let me take one picture for a memento. Tifa, can you ask him for me too? Cloud's game. Come on. Cheese! Great, thank you. I'll give each of you a copy once I get it developed. A Mako reactor was built in Mount Nibel. The cold air of the mountains of Nibel. It was no different. I don't know if it's Nibel or Nibel. I'm gonna go with Nibel, because Nibel sounds silly. It's quite a bridge. It gets harder from here. Follow me. The bridge. Yeah, see, look at that. Pre-rendered video happening behind characters being rendered in real time. And they're not like perfectly syncing up the movements. I imagine that had to be really complex to coordinate. Neat trick, though. How's everyone doing? Everyone seems to be all right. Can we get back to where we were? These caves are intertwined, just like an ant farm. Oh, and Sephiroth, there seems to be one person missing. It may sound cold, but we've got no time to search for him. We can't go back now, so we must go on. We'll travel together from here. Okay. You're the boss. What's this? A mysteriously colored cave. It must be the Mako energy. This mountain is especially abundant in it. That's why the Mako reactor was built here. I'm really curious to see how all this is presented in Rebirth. It's a really neat stretch of this game, one of my favorite parts of it in general. And the remake has been tackling everything so well thus far that, yeah, it's exciting. Gracious. Leave some for the rest of us, huh? Some of us need the levels. I guess I'm getting experience from this too. Or not. Is there anything down here? I don't think so. Maybe I can come explore in here sometime in present day. Ooh. And what's this? A Mako fountain. It's a miracle of nature. It's so beautiful. If the Mako reactor continues to suck up the energy, this fountain will dry up too. Materia. When you condense Mako energy, materia is produced. It's very rare to be able to see materia in its natural state. By the way, why is it that when you use materia, you can also use magic too? You were in Soldier and you didn't even know that? The knowledge and wisdom of the ancients is held in the materia. Anyone with this knowledge can freely use the powers of the land and the planet. That knowledge interacts between ourselves and the planet, calling up magic, or so they say. Magic, a mysterious power. Did I say something funny? A man once told me never to use an unscientific term such as mysterious power. It shouldn't even be called magic. I still remember how angry he was. Who was that? Hojo of Shinra Inc., an inexperienced man assigned to take over the work of a great scientist. He was a walking mass of complexes. A Mako fountain. So this is where the knowledge of the ancients is. And here we are. I like how the reactors out away from Midgar are clearly like smaller and less elaborate and ornate. They look like they're made with like cheaper materials. Like this looks like it's stone and brick kind of further up the higher it goes. I don't know, it's a cool distinction. We finally made it. We sure took the long way though. Tifa, you wait here. I'm going inside too. I want to see. Only authorized people are allowed in. This place is full of Shinra's industrial secrets. But take care of the lady. Man. You better take real good care of me then. You tell him. This doesn't seem OSHA compliant. Hey, wait up! Sephiroth? I'm stuck. Help. Can't move. There we go, okay. Couldn't even bother with a ladder, huh? I guess this place seems like the sort of reactor that was built and then it's not like actively maintained or watched, it just sort of runs autonomously. Hello. This is Genova, right? The lock won't open. This is the reason for the malfunction. This part is broken. Cloud, close the valve. Okay. It's nice of you to leave me something to do. Why did it break? Now I see, Hojo. But even doing this will never put you on the same level as Professor Gast. This is a system that condenses and freezes the Mako energy. That is, when it's working correctly. Now, what does Mako energy become when it's further condensed? It becomes materia. Right, normally. But Hojo put something else in there. Take a look. Trying. Hang on. Cloud, do the thing. Look through the window. I was trying to... Oh. Yipes. What is this? Normal members of Soldier are humans that have been showered with Mako. You're different from the others, but still human. But what are they? They've been exposed to a high degree of Mako, far more than you. Is this some kind of monster? Exactly. And it's Hojo of Shinra that produced these monsters. Mutated living organisms produced by Mako energy. That's what these monsters really are. Normal members of Soldier. You mean you're different? Hey, Sephiroth. No. Was I? Was I created this way too? Am I the same as all these monsters? Sephiroth. You saw it. All of them were humans. Human? No way. I've always felt, since I was small, that I was different from the others. Special in some way. But not like this. That is an upsetting thing. Am I human? I didn't quite understand what Sephiroth was saying at that time. I was even more surprised by the fact that Shinra was producing monsters. Damn Shinra. The more I hear, the more I hate them. Who would have ever thought the Mako reactor held a secret like that? That would seem to explain the increase in the number of monsters recently. I think we should listen carefully to Cloud. Don't you think so, Barrett? Why are you talking to me? Save the game and rest? Oh, that's nice of them to give us a little break point. Sure, why don't we? Yeah, maybe so. Want to take a breather here? I guess I do. It's not often a game gives me such a convenient stopping point. Let's go ahead and call it. I'll see y'all on Thursday for the rest of this backstory. Goodbye!